as online thought and online sort of presence and discourse moves more towards like social media, which is very like Janied, like no one's gonna post fucking like meat spin or goatsy. I mean, I guess they could,
ISIS
but like,
beheading videos.
yeah, no one's gonna post that shit on or like the jar guy. No one's gonna post that shit on Twitter.
Oh god,
You know
the
what I
jar
mean?
guy.
One guy,
Like,
one jar.
so there's probably a whole generation, like the generation growing up now,
Yeah.
like no one's gonna send them a link to like the jar guy video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're
Yeah,
probably
Run
they're
the
probably not
gauntlet.
going to see it.
By the way, speaking
Like
of
Mr. Hands.
speaking of ruined Kundalini, like the jar guys.
Oh,
Kundalini is permanently
At this. Oh Lord.
Oh,
The
Mr.
Kundalini reversal stream.
shredded Kundalini.
That
Oh,
Turn
guy
into
died.
death Kundalini.
That guy fucking died.
Annihilated his
Actually,
first
I
chakra.
looked up who the Goatse man was. So the Goatse man is this guy named Kirk Johnson who worked in aviation, and he's just this guy with a mustache, lived somewhere in a log cabin like Ted Kaczynski or something in Seattle, I think. And
Well, I mean, after that whole thing, I mean,
Like
I
a
could
lot of
imagine.
people on the BTR stream.
Yeah.
We need to
should
get him
yeah,
on.
we gotta-
Kundalinis?
we gotta get our own log cabins and just live out in nature and be able to do this internet thing. I'm not.
That's for quitters. That's for
How
quitters.
possible would it be to get Ted Kaczynski on here?
I looked it
Yes,
up actually.
do
No,
it.
I looked it up.
You
You did?
dumb
Oh my God.
bar
Holy
four.
shit.
No, that would be legendary.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
Some of
think it's
them on
possible,
like
though.
maximum
All
security.
we need,
Don't
all we
even let
need
them
is
talk
a
to people.
skilled channeler. Really.
that's true.
Just
Although,
have someone channel
has any
Ted
skilled-
Kaczynski.
well, here's
Just
the
find his jail cell and throw a phone through the window.
We'll have to
You
go in
destroy
person.
it.
All of us will meet up in person. We'll meet up in person and we'll go talk to him.
Here's a serious question. If we're talking about all this astral projection, all this being able to, what do you call it? Like thinking of certain locations that are farther away.
Remote viewing.
Yeah, remote viewing. Hasn't there been like a project where some remote viewers got together and figured out what is actually going on under the earth or on the other side of the moon, and just like mapping it all
There
down?
was one. There was one. They had some guys go on Mars.
Those are
and they
called
said that There used
dogs.
to be a. They said they had some guys go on Mars, and they said there used to be signs of civilizations living there or something. Does anyone remember that one? I think that
think
was
I
an actual
remember
government
that.
experiment.
I think I read about that once.
Although I'd imagine that inside the Hollow Earth, that Agartha would have psychic defense shields that would be able to.
Yes.
Probably
Not the
stronger than ours.
dogs.
Probably.
I can't penetrate into Agartha.
I think that
Yeah.
there were some remote viewers that actually ended up exploring Area 51, and they discovered some really weird shit. So
I still have to see
Well,
that
isn't,
video.
isn't that what Maria Lisick? What was the Brill
Orsic.
Society
Maria
lady?
Orsic.
yes,
Oh,
reverse.
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
here-
didn't she do some
well,
remote viewing of the
here's the
moon and
thing.
stuff?
When I saw that photo of her, I mean, I don't
Wait,
know
which
what.
the one like the
It's just so
the
cheesy.
silhouette one?
It's just so cheesy looking. It looks like it was done by someone in the 80s. You know, like the
Wait a
90s.
moment. What is the Vril Society? What
It was
that?
an
Oh, here's
esoteric
a-
society that predated the Nazi Party, where there were these Germans.
But
who
it
were
was
very
a
interested
big. I
in-
mean, it was a big part. Of,
You know what
like,
this reminds me of is this one thing I really liked as a kid, but I'm sure it was fake. There was this guy who went on TV who hacked into a broadcast in the 70s and called himself some alien called Vrillin. Or something like
Oh,
and
that
reminds me of that.
guy.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
yeah,
that
I
was,
heard
there's
about
no
that.
way that was real, but I thought it was so it was really cool as a kid, and I was like,
They say Maria Orsic isn't real. That's what they say.
the photo.
who's they?
I just have
Well,
a problem with the
I mean-
photo.
Hey, Brad.
I
The
just have a
big
problem with the
they.
photo because it looks so. It does not look of its time. This is a very different
The
style.
Bogdanovs. That's who said.
Oh,
Bogdan-
the Bogdanovs. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, like
No,
if you
but
think
it
of,
does. It looks like a
wait,
weird photo.
Jules.
if you think of German women at
You
the
fucked
time, they
up.
did not look like that. This is very different.
when was this?
Well, I
You
mean, this
fucked up.
photo, I have no idea where it's from, but
I thought you were talking about the one that she's like silhouetted in some room with her hair down to her ass.
I've
Because that's
never seen
actually.
that one. No.
Oh
Let me-
yeah, I'll
let me
find.
take
I'll
a
find
look.
that. Oh, you can look for it. But there's a she was actually a big proponent of the what we were talking about earlier, a few streams ago about like hair being a sort of like spiritual antenna.
Mhm.
Because all the women members of the Vril Society never cut their hair.
Oh, I found it. Okay, this one makes a little bit more sense, actually. So if you look at this photo over here,
Oh my god.
This is very.
Wow.
It's like Cousin It levels of hair. This is amazing. Yeah. So.
Yeah, they were
Cousin
big proponents of the theory
beautiful.
Wow.
that hair was like some sort of spiritual antenna.
This is almost like an
And-
anime character. Like I could imagine her floating and the hair just like waving everywhere.
Sailor
And some
Moon?
pigtails.
Yeah.
This is kind of reminding me. It's not exactly off topic, but it's making me think about it. My mom's always had really long hair. It's always been about at her waist or past her
Whoa.
like really really long hair, like past her butt. It's like really long hair, and it's cool because it's both kind of gold in color and also red in color. So it's very pretty, and she's always used to talk to me. She's a very religious person, very Catholic. She would always talk to me about getting vibes from things and getting like experiences from what she would say is like angels and kind of things like that. So I feel like that's kind of tied to this. I haven't looked into it too much, but that definitely kind of lines up with this.
I don't think it's just there. Like, there's always been this talk about women in general being more intuitive towards this stuff.
And it's also a mythology as well. That hair throughout every world culture is like a symbol of someone's vitality, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mhm.
in China to the Middle
It's a health
East.
symbol.
Hmm.
Yeah, what's with all these people just balding way earlier than usual?
Yeah, especially
nowadays?
Anglos. It really makes you think.
Geo.
I'm sorry.
You know, like I'm starting to see a lot of my.
I'm just looking up North
24
FC memes.
24, 23-year-old friends, and they're just balding really early, and they're in really bad shape health-wise. It's kind of weird. Like, yeah, men bald, but it usually happens around the 40s, the 50s. At least that was the way it was in the past.
Is this real or is this apocryphal?
As in
The what?
men balding
What,
earlier?
Foghorn Leghorn?
Just like urban legends.
No,
I
Jules,
think
it is.
traditionally men
Foghorn
would
Leghorn.
die before they even got the chance to bald.
Yeah, like the voice
Yeah.
equalizer over there.
Oh my god.
Jules, why are you casting
Classic
shade?
Dude, at least
He's
pick
a
a more
skeptic.
pretty picture.
Jules,
Oh
like,
my god.
Jules,
my
Jules, it looks like you.
Jules,
None of
you're
us
like
are real,
a,
Jules.
you're like a
We're all
ghost
here.
Pokemon. That's how much shade you're casting.
Dude, Jules is so fucking cool.
I love when Jules gets in these moods and he casts shade.
We've just
Really
been playing
great.
Connect 4 for the past hour on just behind the scenes.
He called me a 30-year-old. I'm an old guy now.